IYA Loves, welcome back to my channel! So today we're going to do something a little bit different. I've been showing quite out there, extravagant, colourful, bright, drag, non-drag looks recently. So I thought I'd strip it back for this video and just do a kind of everyday, no makeup look, which I usually go to just to kind of go outside. So the point of this is to achieve a natural looking face of makeup without being too obvious that you're wearing makeup. So I'll be using quite minimal products today instead of my extensive range which I usually wear. I've tried to showcase a few different brands as well as trying to keep the cost price as low as possible so it's affordable if you're on a budget. Y'all do you boo. Before we also get cracking on with the video, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of my subscribers so far. I know we're slowly climbing, so please, please, please keep liking, sharing, subscribing, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your next door neighbour and their dog, subscribe to my channel. Thank you as well to all the people who've already commented on my videos, giving me some ideas for some really cool, creative, fun looks. I'm actually going to try and incorporate those into some Halloween looks, so keep tuned for those. Without further ado, because I know I'm talking a lot right now and this introduction's going really long, if you want to see me go from this to a natural kind of looking face, a natural beat, then keep on watching. So let's just start, shall we? I'm going to immediately go in and to start to prime. And to prime, I'm going to use the good old trusted e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm going to take a small amount and then rub it all into the areas of my face where my pores look the biggest. I love this primer because it's really rich, it's moisturising, it's nourishing, and it really does give me this kind of flawless face before I put any other products on top. So I'm actually going to go in for foundation with the CC Perfecting Foundation from Revolution Pro. It's got SPF 30 in, it's super moisturising, and I'm in the shade F5.7. I'm going to squeeze them onto the back of my hand, then using a soft dense brush I'm going to buff it in all over the face. The brush I'm going to be using today is the JH03 from the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collab. I'm going to start by dabbing it over the face with my finger before buffing it in. Now for concealer, I'm going to go in with something a slightly bit lighter for my under eyes, and I'm going to go in with the XX Revolution Concealer in the shade CX1. I absolutely love this packaging, it's gorgeous. And it's got this really funky little kind of doe foot at the end as well. And I'm just going to stamp that in minimal areas just to kind of bring some lightness to the face. Actually, I might zoom you in slightly, but that wasn't slightly, but here we go. So just here. That is probably too much. Maybe do a dot here, or here. Remember, we're going for the no makeup look, so this is more than enough. Then using a flat kind of cat paw brush, this one is from another Morphe collection. This one doesn't have a number or a name on it at the moment, but I think I just got it in one of their like holiday kits. And I'm going to use this to kind of pat, not swipe, I'm going to avoid swiping, I'm going to pat as much in as possible, and then I'll go in with a beauty blender afterwards to kind of buff in a bit more. Okay, so try not to look at this side of my face, but just look here. Can you see how it's a little bit more even, and just by tapping it in, we're all kind of, it's a nice buff and blend. You can either take a damp sponge, this one's from Superdrug, they do their own ones, they're fabulous, and just kind of go in where the concealer meets that foundation. Here we go, we've got the base down. At the moment, it's still a bit moist, we need to set it. So, what I have found is a really good cheap powder that you can use. You can pick it up from Superdrug, is this one from e.l.f. again. I feel like e.l.f.'s making a great comeback here, they're just doing fabulous. So this is the Halo Glow Setting Powder. It's really finely milled, and because it has this kind of little yellow tint to it, it's actually really good for counteracting any last bit of colour correcting which you've missed. And using an under eye powder brush from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection, and this one is called JH07, I'm going to lightly dust underneath my eye. Then using the pink beauty sponge again, I'm going to go in and powder the rest of the face. It's really good if you're powdering and setting your makeup with whatever powder you choose to use a damp beauty blender sometimes, because it can kind of really sink into the skin a little bit more. I'm now going to dust off any excess powder that's kind of stuck on the skin with a nice fluffy powder brush from BH Cosmetics. What I have been doing when it comes to kind of these no makeup looks, or just like a really basic natural beat, is that I need to keep the skin as hydrated as possible, especially if you've got combination to dry skin or dehydrated skin. It's really important to keep your skin as hydrated as possible. So what I actually like to do after this stage is to go in with this Max Fix Plus, and it's got some vitamin C in there, give it a little shake, and then I'll give it a spritz over the face and just kind of let it soak into the skin. It just will not only just keep the face set, fix it in place, but also it will bring some dewiness and some life and natural kind of look back to the skin, because at the moment we are just very matte. But we need some more dimension. We're looking very two-dimensional at the moment. Let's make us three-dimensional. So, time for some bronze and blush, methinks. So I know I talk about this quite a lot and I've used it in multiple different videos, but this bronzer from Kiko is so good for this kind of natural boy beat that we're going for. It's going to provide some warmth, but not too much that it overpowers the whole face. And this is the Ocean Feel bronzer in the shade 03 Perfect Tan. On another fluffy brush, I believe this one's actually from BH Cosmetics as well, we're going to lightly dip in and then pat and circular motion, starting from this kind of sideburn ear section here and coming down. I like having my stubble here because I can use that as a nice guideline as well. And using a nice small fluffy brush like this is also a Morphe brush. Again, no name on this one, however, it's really nice and fluffy. This is going to be used with that same bronzer to kind of build down the bridge of my nose slightly. Now you could just leave the face here, however this is me, so no. I'm going to go in with a bit of natural blush. Now instead of using a powder, I'm going to try and bring back some more dewiness to the skin, so I'm going to go in with a product from Dr. Paw Paw. This is the multi-purpose soothing balm in peach pink. Now this is great for providing a tiny little tint to the lips, as well as adding a cutesy amount of little bit of natural blush to the cheeks as well. You can use it pretty much anywhere, and there's so many incredible properties for your skin within Paw Paw itself. So these, fantastic. Taking a little bit on the back of my hand, I'm going to rub a tiny bit to condition my lips, as well as use the excess to kind of dab on my cheeks. Building from the mid to high range part of my contour and bringing it slowly into the brows. Now they're a tricky one for men because they come in all shapes and sizes, and as you can see by mine, they're quite thick, dark and bushy. First thing I'm going to do is using a spoolie, I'm just going to brush off any of the excess powder that's probably fallen out into my brows to bring it back to its kind of more natural hair tone anyway. I then like to go in with a clear eyebrow gel. I've used this quite a bit, so it probably looks a bit on camera, sorry not sorry, but it is a clear gel and it's from e.l.f. Cosmetics. Again, they do so many affordable, gorgeous things for natural makeup. I love this brand. And this product actually comes with a double end. So you've got one for brow and one for lash. And it comes out like this and it allows you to just brush through the hairs into a natural fluffy shape. I'm going to brush them kind of up and outwards in order to create a big, bushy, natural fluffy brow. One last tiny little touch if you're up for it. You don't have to, you could finish the look right here, but I like to take it one tiny step further and add a little bit of definition into the eyelids as well. So I'm going to go back in with that same contour brush that I used for my nose, as well as that same bronzer, and just to kind of marry it by bringing it into the crease a little bit. I'm now going to use the lash end really quickly on the clear brow and lash product from e.l.f. just to go over my lashes, and then this is it. This is the final look. And here we are, guys. I know this video is quite short in comparison to a lot of the other videos I've kind of done, but this is a really quick, easy way of doing a nice, cost-effective as well. We use quite a lot of e.l.f. products here to really just give you a natural beat. And if you're a guy that you still think this might be a little bit too much, what you could do, instead of having this kind of peach pink tint, we do a clear Paw Paw as well. And that's really good as well if you want to just kind of have full-on naturalness. I've not added any colours in my brows, not put any shadow on, not done anything so out there and extroverted, but my skin is looking flawless, poreless, finesse, fierce, fabulous. If you enjoyed this video, I know it's a little bit different, give it a big thumbs up for me, hit that notification bell so you get told every time I release a brand new video, and of course subscribe to my channel. Please share this with everybody as much as you can, spread the word, spread the love, and yeah, join me next time where we'll bring some more autumnal feel to the channel. See you then, guys. Bye, love.